Alright, what's going on, guys? Greg here today, bringing you a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gameplay commentary. The beta for PS5 and PS4 is over as of today, and we will be back with the PC beta this weekend for Modern Warfare 3. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed my time, but in the meantime, I need to get accustomed to my PS4 controller again that I use on PC, which, well, isn't going to be very hard, as you guys will see by the gameplay here today. So that's why I decided, you know what, I'm going to play some 6v6 because I felt maybe 6v6 might be the best place to get some of that strong skill-based matchmaking that everybody always talks about to kick in and, well, go ahead and help me get my aim back on the PS4 controller. So here we are. I loaded into a domination 6v6 on Valderas Museum, and I kept the matchmaking process in here just because every single time, like, solo gameplay is uploaded, there's always some people that are like, you're RBing, session joining accounts, blah blah blah. And as you guys can see, that's not the case. I just matchmade into this lobby, and here we go. And we're playing some Valderas Museum domination. Got that nice OG MWII loading screen. Feels good, man. And I'm going to be using the M4 today, which I really enjoy using the M4. I didn't really know about my class setup. By the way, real quick, see how I switched to quick fix right there? The game actually never updated my perks, I don't think. So, maybe, no, I did switch it back. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I switched it back. I remember why I switched it back now. I thought this lobby was going to be sweaty based off of TikToks, Facebook, TV, all that kind of stuff I saw on clan tags. I'm like, alright, you know what? Maybe I might need Ghost this match. So I throw a flash and a nade off the rip to block off some angles the enemies could possibly come from. It's not really to get the kills, it's more to see if there was anyone there with hit markers and stuff, and then I can watch the way that the enemies are coming from. And I'm going to hold this down just a little bit longer there, you guys can see, and that's because, well, based off where my teammates were, another enemy could potentially come from there, as well as I wanted to make sure that there wasn't a guy just waiting for me to cap and then jump me, and guess what? There was. So as we can see on the UAV, two people ping up top, and I'm going to use Deddy to go ahead on a flank. I feel like it's pointless for me to try to mantle and get up there, because mantling is so slow in this game that they're probably just going to double team me and kill me. So right there I pick up my VTOL, and I'm going to climb up the Eskies. Now, by the time I'm back here, I feel that these enemies have definitely pushed up far enough that they're going to be at C if no one took them out. I wasn't really paying attention to kill feed, so I'm not really sure. And right here I'm just making sure nobody's still around, checking Eskies, checking the front desk here, I like to call this, and I'm going to call my VTOL in middle to help with some map control. I see these guys from the VTOL ping, and I'm going to go ahead and take them out. And now I have my chopper gunner, which is my highest streak I usually run whenever I play solo. If you guys are wondering why I don't use the advanced UAV whenever I play solo, it's simply because I feel like my random teammates generally don't really look at their UAV, so I just don't feel the advances all that helpful for me, and I feel that the chopper gunner helps those random teammates get the map control back with ease in order to cap flags and all that kind of stuff. But as you guys can see here, running a little flank through A. I'm not going to go ahead and capture because right now we own all the flags. I'm just checking back corners, back spawns, all that kind of stuff. And we go ahead and cap the flag. We see another guy is still spawning behind us here. And Modern Warfare 2 is like that. The spawns are pretty sticky in this game at times where they still will spawn on the enemy's flag or nearby. So it can be like that in 6v6, not so much 10v10, but in 6v6 you definitely have to be careful. And you guys can see that they are spawning split now as enemies are attacking C, as well as there's also some teammates over there. And I'm just playing angles, clearing angles, making sure there's nobody around, take that guy out. That guy seemed kind of like a little bit sweaty, you know, he was kind of like jumping, sliding, all that kind of stuff, so I was being careful of him and being mindful of him. But as you guys can see, a lot of the times I'm kind of just hopping around, just checking angles, making sure people aren't coming through, and always centering where I believe an enemy could possibly be coming from. And I also use the little jump spots and stuff to gain elevation over enemies or try to match elevation of enemies, just to help me out in gunfights and trying to win them. That's how I play 6v6s. It's a lot of angles. It almost plays like S&D, even though it's respawn, just because of how big some of these maps can be and how slow sometimes the enemies can be playing. So at this point, I know they're going to be spawning back of A. We pretty much have gained map control, and I'm just going to go ahead on this little heady here to gain a little bit of a power position, looking over to the enemies that are playing that angle. And I'm going to switch up my position because I didn't want to get taken out, and I know there were people probably going to be coming back and trying to revenge kill me. So I just kind of hide with my teammates here, and I honestly thought I still had quick fix on, so that's why I was also trying to play a little bit back. Now this M4 build I had, definitely some higher recoil. There's pretty much zero recoil control attachments on this gun other than the barrel and the underbarrel, which really does like no recoil control at all. And I had two attachments that heavily nerf recoil, so I really wasn't gaining much control on this build. So down longer ranges, I have to be careful and make sure that I am properly controlling this gun, or I will whiff, and you will see that. Anyways, right here in a power spot because the enemies are still spawning around A. And after I kill all those enemies based off of the way my team is positioned, I wasn't expecting a spawn flip as there's not enough people pushed up. So I was anticipating these guys would have came around the corner, and they did, and that's why I was able to take them out. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, if the game did decide to spawn flip them there, I would have been shot in the back and killed off my streak. But I made the decision, and I stuck with my decision that they probably spawned behind A based off of where my teammates were positioned and the fact that nobody pushed out spawns, and I was correct, they were there. So I'm able to pick up my MGB off Daddy Cobra here and pick off another guy, and then I'm going to now push out the back of the spawn and make sure there's no one else behind here, and that's what's going to anticipate these spawns to flip. And as you can see, now there's people starting to flip onto the other side of the map. And this guy was hiding in a cheeky little corner. Look at that guy. Didn't even know that was a little corner there, to be honest with you guys, because I've never really seen that. So I did not know he was there. But end up getting taken out by the guy at A. And the rest of this gameplay is pretty much slow. I call him my chopper gunner. And I don't think I get too much more streaks. I end up calling in the nuke early because it got boring for me. I was like, you know what, this match kind of already ran its course. I don't really see myself having much more happening, so I'm just going to go ahead and call in the MGB, and you guys will see that. But at this point, I'm just trying to take people out with the chopper gunner. As they get close to doorways and windows and all that kind of stuff, that's whenever I use my Hydra rockets, and I try to use them one by one. And I also don't try to shoot and spam my Hydra rockets, so that way I can be as efficient as possible with my chopper gunner and get the most kills out of it. And you guys will see that I try to find some pretty creative ways to thread the needle on some of these guys. Take out a cold-blooded user, and I see that I can actually look in there, which I'm going to come back to that after I take the guy out that's in the open. You're going to see right there, throw the rocket right through there and take the guy out who's just sitting in the corner hiding from the chopper gunner. And I'm going to spawn back in here. I'm going to go ahead and run down the left side of the map. Looked like it was pretty open from the way teammates are yet again positioned on the radar. I heard this guy next to me sneaking around, and I was able to take him out. And then at this point, I end up getting shot in the back. I'm going to go for the reach out because I felt like this guy probably wasn't paying attention like that much. And I end up getting taken out from another guy. And that's unfortunate. So at this point, again, we're just looking for some picks. I'm holding down the top here, making sure no one's going to flood out. I see two people upstairs on the UAV based off of the directional carrot that it was up top. And I know that eventually they might challenge it out. And I pick off two. There's a guy down low. We're going to take him off B, and I get my UAV, which I love running UAVs when I'm solo. Not some in a party, I mean, you can. You don't have to. It's up to you. But when I'm solo, they get so much information, and they enable the radar to, well, unsuppressed weapons will be showing up. Anyways, not able to take this guy out, so I'm going to flash in case there's a reach out. Take one guy out. There's another guy here. Now some missed shots, no aim assist through the rails. And on top of that, like I said, this class setup does have some higher recoil that I wasn't really used to because I just made it a few games before. Take out that guy, and now I'm pretty much just thinking there's probably people from C. I'm going to watch there. There's no teammates, but at the same time, a teammate gets taken out behind me. And now I'm waiting to see if some people are going to come. That guy does, and I come to B here. And I'm looking for a pick. I don't know where the guy went. I take the one guy out, but I get taken out by another. And at this point, that's where I was kind of like, you know what? We're losing map control. This match has already ran its course. Let's just go ahead and end it. Call the MGB. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this 6v6 solo gameplay commentary with a nice little MGB. Didn't even need the advanced UAV, just, you know, going off intuition alone, and that's how I was able to put together a nice little MGB streak for you guys. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Have a great day.
Charlie secure. Victory secure. Good fighting.